Look at this. I'm not sure how much chicken you guys have prepared in the past, but how much of you all remember the chicken just kind of separating on its own, pulling apart without any effort? Why? What is this part of the chicken, y'all?
Okay, so everyone in the US is showing how their bread does not dissolve underwater and is pretty much rubber. I want to show you Australian bread underwater. All right, straight away.
I found out something today that really pisses me off. I saw a video yesterday about our cheese that we get at the store. 90% of them all use a rennet that is made by Pfizer. So I decided to go down a rabbit hole and I looked into it, and sure as shit, Pfizer.
Hello good people, welcome to African Commentary. Here we learn and grow every day, and if you're new here, kindly consider subscribing, liking and sharing the videos. I will really appreciate. So I have come across so many videos of Americans complaining about the quality of their food. They are saying that the food is not real anymore, the food is not safe for them and for their families. So I don't know how true this is, but people are showing how the foods look like. The US government needs to intervene in this because food need to be safe for each and every citizen. So without speaking much, let's watch some videos and then I'm going to give my 2 cents at the end. Also, let me know what do you think about this in the comment section down below.
Look at this. I'm not sure how much chicken you guys have prepared in the past, but how much of you all remember the chicken just kind of separating on its own, pulling apart without any effort? Why? What is this part of the chicken, y'all? You remember your chicken coming apart like this? This is coming right from the Kroger bag. This is their chicken, and you can see right out of the bag the lines are there, and it just comes apart.
Have you guys seen that story about Dave's Killer Bread and that they found very high levels of glyphosate in their bread, particularly in their white bread done right? I've been buying Dave's Killer Bread, in particular, the white bread done right. I couldn't tell you how many years I've been buying that. Couldn't tell you. Many years. That is the only bread I ate. It's the bread I gave my son because I thought I was doing something good. I was trying to be a smart consumer. I was in the fitness industry for a long time. I try to eat very healthy, try to do well for my son. Spent almost $7 on each loaf of that just to get poisoned with glyphosate. I hate it here, guys. If that doesn't tell you, by the way, I've been making my own bread now, and the second I learned how to make bread, and I made a loaf, and it was so much better than anything I've ever bought in the store, and I have never bought a loaf of bread since. That's what we need to be doing. It's so unfortunate. I know we're busy, and we shouldn't have to do these things, but if you have to learn how to make things and do things for yourself, because they're just trying to everything.
Okay, so everyone in the US is showing how their bread does not dissolve underwater and is pretty much rubber. I want to show you Australian bread underwater. All right, straight away.
out something today that really pisses me off. I saw a video yesterday about our cheese that we get at the store. 90% of them all use a rennet that is made by Pfizer. So I decided to go down a rabbit hole and I looked into it, and sure as shit, Pfizer makes a bioengineered rennet. And so I was like, well, hopefully it's not the cheese I love. I love Tillamook cheese. Love it. We use it all the time. And sure as shit, right here, I Googled it. They use bioengineered rennet from Pfizer. And so in that video I saw yesterday, they mentioned if you're going to use cheese, make sure you get European cheese. So now I got to find a cheese that I like that's European, and where to find it and how much is it, and I have so many questions and I am so pissed off. How do you feel about this? What cheese do you use that doesn't use this crap? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to know.
The fact that so many of us have both cans of corn in our pantry says that this change happened pretty recently. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you, because this has been making the rounds on social media and you might want to check your corn. You know, I went through every can of Great Value that I have in there to see if any of them have this, and nothing has it except for the corn. And let me show you what they changed. Well, first of all, the calories doubled. Almost everything in the nutritional label doubled. So ingredients: corn, water, salt. Corn, water, salt. But now it's a product of Thailand, and what everybody's talking about is the California warning label. Every Great Value can that I went through, this is only on the corn that comes from Thailand. So my best guess is that it's coming from the pesticides used in Thailand. They very specifically removed the "it's great for you," this little guy here. And if you go look up on their website, so you can pause and read, for them to put that icon on it, it has to meet all of this. And clearly the new cans do not, and they've got the California cancer warning on there. So there's that. So you might want to check your corn.
All right, explain to me the weird world we live in with our food and where it comes from. So right here, I'm in Florida. It's my feed station. It's been here for 5 years. Taking a lot of deer off of it, a lot of critters. There's my stand down there. Call that the guard tower. Well, the church brought the fire station a bunch of fruits and vegetables and bread and stuff. And I noticed we had like literally cases of it. Now we're going to throw it away. I put this out 3 days ago. Got my camera right there. 3 days ago. There's tracks all back here. I just filled the corn up again. They came to eat here, whatever. In what world do wild animals not eat grapes and apples? Especially deer. Hogs, wild hogs. We have a ton of wild hogs here. Got pictures of them. They haven't touched it. That is strange to me. Not even a bird has eaten any of this. Nothing. That's what you're putting in your body, folks. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
It's 3 a.m. and I just went down a rabbit hole. This food ain't real. This food is not real. This is bread. Mind you, I'm watching videos, so I remember that I had some buns in my pantry that I hadn't gotten rid of because I wanted some turkey burgers one day and I never used the rest of the buns. And I'm like, I know they should have maybe expired like December. It's January 7th. Y'all, this is the bread that should be expired. It should be molding or molded at this point. Why am I wringing it out like a dry, like This ain't food. That's not food. Y'all, I'm traumatized and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but now you're traumatized too.
This is what they feed our kids. This is a chicken sandwich, but this is how it looks. Look at this. This is ridiculous, but this is what they feed our children. This is what our children have to eat, and this is why I have to always have some healthy snacks, because who wants to eat this? This is what they opened up to. Crazy.
So crazy how David's killer bread just got exposed for having glyphosate in it, and all of a sudden it's buy one get one free. All of a sudden it's buy one get one free.
And in case you needed more proof that the government is trying to harm us, I bought this bread months ago. This is the expiration date. It is best used by December 28th, 2025. It is currently February 10th or 11th of 2026. This bread has absolutely no imperfections, nothing. And I used to have to like freeze my bread, the same bread like years ago, just because it went bad on me so quick. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're getting us fake bread.
So I've had the ability to go into certain like big box stores recently, like several times a day. I'm talking about Costco, Sam's, BJ's. And one thing that has shown me, there is absolutely no way that anything, when I say I mean anything that we're eating is actual food. Nothing. And I say that to say, when you see how much, first of all, I'm gonna speak on Costco itself. That place is busy from the time it opens to the time it closes. I'm talking about shoulder to shoulder, people just everywhere. Big items, everything big. You got shelves on top of shelves. When this pallet run out, they got a pallet right behind it ready to put out more food. The rate that we are over consuming, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm going in these stores several times a day. It's busy nonstop. Several times a day, we are over consuming. That nothing grows that fast. And I know what somebody gonna say, oh, it's farms all over the world, all that stuff. Yeah, all over the world feeding them countries. Think about it. I mean, just really think about it. Think about the food that's going to every Costco in your city, every Sam's in your city, every BJ's just in your city. Just in your city. Then think about all the smaller stores, the Publixes, the Krogers, the Aldis, the Trader Joe's, or whatever store is in your area, Fry's, Safeway, whatever stores are in your area. Think about all the food that's going there too. Think about all the food that's on the shelves, all the food that's in the freezers, all the food that's in the coolers, all the food that's on its way. Then just think about the natural cycles of life. All of it. Nothing grows that fast. This is like, I made a video a couple years back and I took it down because people were trying to come at me but talking about, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Human hair, nothing grows that fast. There is a natural cycle that these things have to go through, whether it's an apple, a carrot, hell, even growing a damn cow. Birthing and the natural process, nothing goes that fast. Even if you pump it with steroids, which I'm pretty sure they was probably doing that at one point, there's nothing that grows that fast. I need people to really think about it. And everybody's saying, oh, eat healthy, eat. Nothing is actual food. You cannot convince me, bro. I'm watching people leave, come. Baskets full of paper towels, baskets full of tissue, baskets of apples, meats, big hunks and chunks of meat that's going out all day. They replace it with more. Where these cows? And let me tell you, I do see. I'm in North Carolina, so I get to go out to outskirts too. So I see farms and stuff like that. It ain't that many cows out there. Not enough to keep reproducing. It's not enough. You cannot tell me. I remember just sitting there, and I know people were probably looking at me like I was crazy. I was just sitting there in awe when like it really just clicked. Like, bro, ain't none of this shit real. I don't know what it is, but it's not real food. It doesn't matter how healthy or how terrible. All of it is garbage. All of it. When somebody said it, the best way you can probably survive right now is buying straight from a farm. Straight from the source. Because I'm telling you, there is no way. And not only that, but the amount that we're consuming just of other stuff. Paper towels, trash, aluminum foil, paper plates, paper napkins, paper cups. Where is it all going? All right.
FYI, people, this is Walmart chicken, aka lab meat chicken, versus the meat market chicken. Know what you're eating, y'all.
I'm disgusted. Disgusted. I open these chips, had them a million times, and I go to put one in my mouth. I don't even know how to show you, like, these are potato chips. They're supposed to be crunchy. They're all, like, I've never seen this before in my life. Did it get wet in here? Which, like, gross. You shouldn't be able to do that. Like, ew. Ew. Someone, like, sucked on all of them and shoved them back in the bag.
This was a big realization I had when I left the US. Our food supply is almost fully synthetic, bro. We've all seen the fruit that looks like rubber. I've never seen fruit that looks like that outside of the US. Also, back home, our grocery stores mainly sell us pre-packaged meat that is covered in nitrates to preserve the meat and give it that red color. But these same nitrates cause botulism in our bodies, which is no joke. Botulism attacks the body's nerves and causes difficulty with breathing. It causes muscle paralysis and even death. And the pesticides they're spraying on our fruit and vegetables doesn't help much either. And if you want real food in the States, you're paying an arm and a leg for it. If you've been eating clean and exercising regularly, but you're still noticing your body is inflamed, that's why. I'm currently in the Philippines and most meats aren't even pre-packaged. They're also not as red as what we're used to seeing. And when you eat it, it's like the food actually gets turned into energy instead of making you feel sluggish and bloated. Like, what the are they doing to our food supply?
Is this part of the plan of the US government to finish its citizens? Because food is the most basic item for human beings, and people can't function without good quality of food, because food is what we take in, and food is what we eat, and we need to eat quality food for us to do even our daily chores, for us to go for work, for us to just be able to function. So tell me how the Americans are going to survive. How are they going to do their daily chores? How are they going to go for work if the quality of food they are taking is not good? Most Americans have complained that a large percent of the grocery store food is ultra processed, meaning it's high in preservatives and has artificial colors and dyes. Also, it has been added chemical additives. That's why you might see, maybe let's talk about bread. It looks fresh, but it's past its own expiration date, but the bread looks fresh, it looks okay, because they add a lot of chemicals, they add a lot of preservatives that make the food look fresh, yet it's not. This is just destroying people's health, because the long-lasting impact of unsafe food or bad quality of food is our health. The health issues of Americans is going to be affected. Many people are going to suffer from different kind of chronic illnesses just caused by food, which they did not just cause to themselves, but the government took part in it. We have rising chronic illnesses such as obesity, diabetes, gut problems, all this caused by highly processed foods rich in preservatives, which some chemicals were even banned in parts of Europe. By why is the US allowing these food processing industries to use these chemicals, yet they know very well they are not safe for human consumption? Is this part of the plan? I mean, they want people to check this bad quality of food so that many people can visit the hospital. The hospital itself, the bill is high, it is expensive. The healthcare system is expensive for Americans. So, is this part of the game whereby they want to cause illnesses to their citizens so that they can spend their money in the hospitals, like giving the government money? Is this part of the process, part of the plan? Now tell me, what happens to those low income earning families who can't afford healthcare bills? They try to gather a little they can to get food, but at the same time they get unsafe food, which is bad for their health. When now they take that food, they are affected, they are sick, and they can't even visit a hospital because they can't afford it. What happens? This means that America is also going to lose a lot of its citizens. Those people who can't afford it, those people who can't afford the medical bills, they have no option but to succumb to their illnesses, which is a very bad thing. It's a very bad image of the US to the world. Why can't the US government just take action and protect the quality of lives of their people? Let their people take organic food, which is made using natural ingredients, instead of all these additives that they add to the food, yet it is not sweet at the same time. The food is not organic, the food is not sweet, the food is not safe. What I would even suggest, it's better for the food not to be sweet but natural. No more chemical additives that are just going to cause problems to the people. The US agencies such as Food and Drug Administration need to check on this. They don't just need to sit back and see people complain while taking no action. Are they paid to ensure that these chemicals, which are banned in other parts of the world, are used in the foods? Yet they can't stop it. They have the ability to, but they can't stop it. And I'm also just questioning myself, which kind of foods are these people taking? The US government members, the president himself. I know for them, they have their own food, which is okay, which is safe. But what about the life of your citizens? They are human beings just like you, and they need to eat safe food, good quality food, to ensure that they also have the ability to work. And in fact, they are working for the government, they are working for that nation. So what happens when citizens are unable to go to work? That means they're not going to provide taxes, and that means the government is the one losing. But they do not focus on that. They just want these food industries to focus more on mass production of ultra-processed food to gain profit, but they don't really take care of their people, of the health of their people. What they want is just people or Americans spending billions on treating preventable diseases, things that they would have avoided. So my message to you Americans, if you are in a position, I know it's hard, but for those who are able to just grow their own food, if you just have a piece of land wherever you live that is yours and you have the ability to grow food, your own organic, natural food, kindly do, because as much as you guys complain and no action is being taken, at the end of the day you need to eat. You need to eat to be able to function as a human being. You can't starve yourself because the food is inorganic, the food is highly processed. So for Americans, take this as a sign for you to grow your own food. Try as much as you can to get fresh produce. Try as much as you can to get the natural foods for yourself, for your own benefit. Because what we have learned from this is that they don't care. It's now your own responsibility as a person to ensure you take safe food, to ensure you take quality food. I know it's hard, but find a way if you can to just take safe food for your own life, for your own people, for your own families. Let's not lose more people on things that can be avoided, on things that are preventable. So I'm glad that many Americans have come out to speak about this, because if you don't speak about it, people just continue to consume without knowing. And of course, we have billions of people who just take food without knowing that this food is not okay. Because for some, they're even tired from a long day of working. Coming back home, you just want to eat and rest and sleep. You don't have that time to check if the food is safe, if the food is good quality. You don't have that time. This video is created to spread awareness to you Americans. Be very aware of the food you're taking. Look at the expiry dates. Look at how the food looks like. You can even make a comparison. Maybe this brand of bread with another brand from another place. Try as much as you can to just take responsibility for your own health, because at the end of the day, when you check this unsafe food, you're the one who is going to spend a lot of money on healthcare, treating yourself, treating your family members, treating your children. So Americans, wake up. Know how the system is playing against you. Know how they're ensuring that you guys are spending money on them and not vice versa. They're not spending money on you, but you're the one spending your money on them. Let's take care. And with that said, let me know your thoughts about this. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I really, really appreciate. See you in the next video. Bye.